Hello, everyone. My name's Tom Chedham, Head of Connectivity and Security Practice at Gamma. Today, I'm joined by David Russell, Commercial Manager at 360 Group. We're here to discuss all things cybersecurity and our product SafeWeb. We've been working together a long time. We have, so we know each other fairly well, and we'll try and keep this as professional as possible. Before we jump into kind of questions, SafeWeb, all things cybersecurity, I think it'd be fair if you do a quick intro to 360 Group and yourself as well, David, if that's okay.
Yeah, so like I said, the commercial manager of 360 Group. I've been at the company for almost 11 years. So having transitioned through the business, starting with the support team, through sales, account management, and into the commercial team. So from there, as a business, we are predominantly a telecoms business.
Yep.
So sort of working with the Gamma team for a long period of time, along with a few of the other sort of large market-leading suppliers.
How old are you personally been at 360? Sorry, I feel like I do know this, and we probably spoke about it.
Almost 11 years.
Really?
Yeah, and we've been Gamma partners at 360 for 14 years.
You've seen like all kinds of changes when you think about it. Like I remember when I kind of first started OSD, I remember like not the ISO switch off, like ISDN being a new thing. And talking to people about like features on CLI on analog lines that weren't there before, and I mean that was a new thing. And now, like fast forward 10 years later, we're talking about switching it all off. Yeah, it feels really strange.
Just come that January 2027, it's going to be interesting to see what's left. We're touch wood. Hopefully, there won't be anything left by that point.
Yeah.
But that sort of last minute scamper to get everything complete in.
We were having this chat off camera about like what's going to be left, what's not really left, and we think there's a lot of things behind doors of cupboards that people haven't considered,
people haven't thought about, and also the prices that people are going to be paying for those services come that time. You've seen what's happened over the past 3 or 4 years since the announcement in terms of the price rises there.
Yeah,
you'd also the continuous change to technology on all of the other services that have happened within that time, and can be to keep up.
It's crazy thing, like 11 years ago, like you could have said, like, right, in 10 years time, you guys are going to be selling cybersecurity. You thought that's so far away from what we do, because we are a telecoms company. We're talking about police cost routing and things like that, and not talking about cybersecurity at all.
Yeah,
and here we are today to talk about cyber and protecting customers, and guys have done recently to do that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, when I first started within telecoms, before starting at 360, I was touching in on some of the MDM products and the development that's happened on the side. Always there, and the ease of rollout with zero touch, everything you can do through Samsung and Google, along with protecting all the devices. Yeah, it leads into everything cybersecurity now.
Mobile device manager was really big for a while, wasn't it? I mean, it probably still is, and I'm probably doing the industry a justice here, and I'm going to get through those. I hate that, but like it felt like there was a point where it was massive, and it was all about how you secure your mobile phone. Yeah, I feel like that was big before cybersecurity was big, wasn't it?
I think it's kind of developed now in terms of a lot of the Microsoft products that are now available have their own versions of MDM included within them. Yeah, so it's kind of naturally taken a bit of a step towards being included within the cybersecurity space, and therefore picked up by a lot of IT businesses. From our side of things, we're still very much involved within it, being providers and going out and sourcing the devices themselves alongside the connectivity that's providing those. SIM cards.
I want to start with, and I started this with every guest that we've had, every partner that we've had, doing some corporate quick fire questions, just to kind of see what your opinion is and get us into full flow. But I don't think that's going to be a problem today for me and you as talking. So I'll start just quick fire first, not the first thing that comes to your head because it's this or that, but yeah. So mobile app or desktop?
Mobile app.
One-time purchase or subscription model?
One-time purchase.
Dark mode or light mode?
Dark mode.
We're agreeing a lot so far. This is a salesy one. LinkedIn or cold calling?
LinkedIn.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? A lot of people have said cold calling. Yeah. Probably due to some of the everybody else we've had so far, but let's not throw down the.
I was going to say, yeah, that's probably down to a lot of.
And you guys mainly LinkedIn now, are you? Would you say you're doing it?
Definitely at the moment, yeah. We don't currently operate any cold callers ourselves. We have an outsourced business out of our use. without giving too much away. Yeah, it's all they things. They produce a lead, and then we have the option if we want to use that and participate with it, which we've only just started. By only just, I mean we've literally purchased one.
Yeah.
Having started at the beginning of this month.
Most of what you were doing was LinkedIn before.
And previously, yeah, it saves people going out door knocking.
People don't do that enough anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like the days of five-a-side.
Absolutely.
I do see that's five-a-side now, though.
It's too easy to hide, and again, it's come back to both of the options really. It's easy to hide behind a phone and LinkedIn in particular. But by doing LinkedIn, you kind of get more of an opportunity to get a feel for the business and the people.
Yeah.
Because you just go straight into their profile. You know, if you don't like what I'm saying, then you just don't reply.
Yeah.
On a cold call, getting past the gatekeeper is also always a massive challenge. So just getting into the business and talking to the right person, LinkedIn gives you that opportunity.
It's not hard to be good at LinkedIn, but it is hard to be a good cold caller.
Yeah. Which makes it falling the level of resilience required.
Yeah.
For a person to be able to sit there and hit 100, 150, up to 200 calls a day and probably get knocked back 99% of the time.
I say that's why I first.
It's something that I don't think personally I could do.
I've done. That's why I first started doing. And I always used to say to my mate, it's like going out on a Saturday night, you're sober. But at least when you're drunk, it doesn't feel so bad. But when you're sober, you're doing it, it's hard.
Unfortunately, that's
unacceptable
in our workplace. Be able to do that. So
and lived a lot of it. I work from home or the office.
Mix.
Okay.
I like the mix. From the office environment, being able to engage with teams.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential. However,
getting
a little bit of work done, getting the work done at home where you need no good distractions.
Yep.
Invaluable.
It's a big one. Android or iOS?
I've always been iOS.
Yeah, me too. Once they've got you really know. It's a cult.
Yeah.
Costa or Starbucks or other coffee brands available?
I, even controversially, am not a coffee or tea drink.
Well, you know what? You said that. Well, yeah, I don't know like you would even be. Oh, well. Which one do you hate the most, I guess, is the Europe.
Yeah, no preference.
Yeah, I'd say that one. Golf or paddle?
I'm shocking at both.
But I still.
I feel like if I had to pick one, I would say paddle.
Yeah.
Purely based on the fact it's going quicker.
Yeah. Is this like a Costa or Starbucks?
Yeah. And my partner I'm not sure she'd still be my partner if I got into golf. As the kids would definitely,
Blended back in. A lot of people have asked me how I get away with it.
Yeah.
And it's quite nice it's been on video, actually. Maybe I could show it to her later and be like, it's just so I'm very fortunate to have a very good partner in my life. Definitely trip that up. They're playing on my wedding day, maybe. This is my favourite one. Favourite UK service station?
wow.
Like, it's one you need prep for, isn't it? Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because I actually can't remember the name there, but it's on the M4, Teddy.
Beaconsfield.
Yeah.
I reckon it could be my special subject to where I'm asking. This is like random golf facts, but I reckon,
Okay, so there's also a really good one. I think it's the M5, just before you were about maybe 20 miles before you turn right into Wales.
This habit. Oh, yeah, I know one of the latter before. Does anybody in the room know? Gloucester. Gloucester services. That's it. Yeah. They've got, it's like a brand. They've got two. There's one in Gloucester, and then that one as if when you drive up to Glen Eagles, and Scottish people will be shouting and which one it is. But so as you drive up to Scotland, it's just before you come into Scotland. There's another one. Both really good. I'm a big fan of Beaconsfield, so I reckon I could live quite comfortably.
Yeah. I've got family and then around that area, and then my partner's Welsh.
So in Gloucester, yeah, I know.
Gloucester is on road there with two kids.
Gloucester's. I went too far. Stop. If we were looking for sponsors for this podcast, like Beaconsfield or Gloucester Services, they probably get more mention than SafeWeb and rebrand that. CyberSecurity. There's a lot of people talking about it. There's a lot of buzz in the industry. A lot of people are saying we need to start doing it. Like from our point of view, with hiring, I want to start saying security. Where a lot of customers probably bring it up to people. From like an industry perspective, what are you hearing about it? What are customers saying? You're probably speaking to more customers than we ever do. Does it come up? Is it a conversation point? Are they concerned? What
It definitely comes up a lot in terms of, from a quoting perspective, going out to try and win new business. More and more companies are looking for suppliers, partners that they can work with that have security, their own security in check.
Yeah.
So for the cybersecurity plus levels is almost an essential these days.
Yeah.
Particularly from the telecoms partner. From our aspect, obviously, being a telecoms only business, in terms of the depths of the cybersecurity, we don't go in and physically provide it, but it comes to touch into on the SafeWeb side of things, kind of that introduction for a lot of businesses into that starting point of protecting their data and awareness. Is where we are still playing in that game and supporting and working with IT partners ourselves.
You guys started selling SafeWeb back in post-COVID, obviously. So it must be like 2023 or 2022, was it? We originally met Coxton. But it's just 3 years ago, yeah. When we originally spoke, obviously, what was it that originally attracted you to the kind of SafeWeb proposition? If you would go back 3 years.
A lot's happened in that time. It's hard to remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah, so
no, I think when we were starting to look at SafeWeb and working with you guys and the Candia team, it was being able to go start ourselves on that journey of where could this lead us within IT? Is this almost a stepping stone of at the time we were looking at acquisition?
Yeah.
Did we go down the IT route? Did we go down the route of sticking what we know? Yeah, and making sure that we are still seen as, mobile and telecom specialists.
Yes.
Which is what we've done.
Yeah.
We're still in that field now. We're still dealing with the SafeWeb side of things.
Do any customers look at it and go, hang on, you're a telco provider, why are you giving us a SafeWeb proposition? Did that come up a lot?
Yeah, it did.
For a cybersecurity proposition last year.
Yeah, so it did start with.
Yeah.
There were a lot of...
Were they receptive with it, or were they...
A lot of the ones that had objections, as it were, towards it, were probably our non-corporate customers that have got their own IT teams, they've got their own IT businesses that are dealing with everything on that side of things. It's still provided a lot of customers, a lot of protection, a lot of awareness. There have been some that, again, because we don't do the IT aspect, we've let them go with their IT provider for products like that, keeping it all in one place, but working with their IT provider, because you still have to.
Yes.
Then working with on the routers and, firewall protection and all of that level of aspect that needs to be locked down. We offer that value in that we will work with them to ensure that our customers, and it's that mutual sort of triangle between the three businesses that has brought us to fantastic success.
And would you say it's the 80% left that is more your SME side of the customer base that you work with?
Absolutely.
And do you think that's because the threat of cybersecurity is different for enterprise businesses, or would you say it's similar for them guys? They've just got better protection in place already?
I think it's still the awareness piece.
Yeah.
Having looked at some of the statistics before we came in here, I think it's 47% of businesses have been affected by some form of cybersecurity attack, and that all shares as absolutely. Yeah. Average cost, or the average cost to a business can be up to £195,000.
Yeah.
And that's the average. So if you think corporate businesses, you're into the millions.
Yeah.
But even the small businesses that we're dealing with, even a £10,000-15,000 impact to that could be their yearly profit.
Yeah. Couldn't it?
And it could shut businesses down.
And you think of like what's happened to JLR recently, M&S. Those are the ones that make the news, aren't they? Because they've good marketing team, so everyone knows who they are. But then like some of the smaller guys that come out of it, you think, how are they going to survive? And the reason you don't hear about them is because they don't survive.
They become part of the statistics that disappeared within that year due to an incident that's occurred.
In terms of when you rolled out SafeWeb, what problems did you think it would resolve? Was it awareness for customers, or was it looking to increase the value share that we have for them people who spoke about an IT acquisition? Was there an actual problem that you were trying to resolve there, that when you thought, if we launch this, that ticks that box for us?
It was a combination of the two, really. So in terms of it was that step, like I said, it was that stepping stone for us into potentially going into the IT space. But it was also providing our customers with an additional level of security that they were unaware of, risks that they're unaware of. You sit and we talk to a lot of our small customers. You say the word dark web, they've got no idea.
Yeah.
They're still unaware of what it is, what the risks are.
The people took the sick from a film kind of vibes it.
Yeah. It's all there in Hollywood, but actually, how does that impact you butcher down the road?
Yeah.
As jewelry shops. Have you had any kind of like a feedback from people that you'd like, that you could share, that you'd be willing to share from them customers where they go, it's that awareness piece, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know it's a problem. We made it aware of them.
It's not until they get one of the reports come through that says your data's been breached.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's panic.
Yeah.
But again, and a lot of the support you get through the SafeWeb product around advice.
Yeah.
Of what to do, where to go, make sure you change all your passwords, checking everything that you can do on that side of things.
Yeah.
That's been the key feedback that we've had. The peace of mind that something's been watched without them really knowing about. And for such a small monthly cost, the cost of or less than the cost of the mobile SIM, they're being protected, they're being supported. The first layer of their data is being checked.
From our point of view, that's why we developed it. That's the proposition we wanted for customers to think and feel. So it's good to hear that feedback that's coming through. One of the things that people don't much talk about necessarily is if there's anything you could change about it. Let's pretend we're on this conversation over a beer kind of thing. That was rather. But if there was something you could change about it, what would it be? What kind of things are you hearing from customers that you think, you know what, you're really good if that could be blue instead of it being yellow? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's quite a difficult one to answer again, based on that first layer of us.
Yes,
that's for us as a business. It does what we need it to do.
Yes,
and I think that's kind of where we are with it.
Yeah,
as a business, and where a lot of our customers are at is that kind of those first steps, and then as they grow, again, like I mentioned earlier, we would put them in contact with one of our trusted IT partners.
Yes.
And then they would then pick up that mantle and really drive that business forward from a cybersecurity perspective, and potentially taking on that SafeWeb service.
Yeah,
or
passing it on that one as a, look, we're doing this for you guys.
Absolutely.
Go speak to somebody that's a bit more of a trusted advisor.
Absolutely. And these are the people that we recommend based on who we work with, and knowledge.
And I think that's one of the things that we brushed over, right? Is that like common misconception is SafeWeb is for a business that sells IT. And I think if I sat here and said, do you sell IT? You'd say no. I think what I'd rather ask is, what do you guys sell a lot of, like day to day? What's your bread and butter?
I mean, bread and butter, we are, let's say, a telecom business. Yeah. So we are connectivity. So FTTP and all of the new products and services that are coming into the market on that side of things. And again, as we touched on, for that sort of those final bits of transition away from your PSDN lines and idea of ISDN systems, it's still happening. It's still working very well. Mobile, we have access into all 4 and 3 of the major networks as it is now.
That's slowly becoming free, or guess who aren't they?
So see what happens in that one in the future. But yeah, that's where we sit. That's where we work. VoIP systems. I'm working with customers to provide the right features and benefits that are going to improve their business.
Did it concern you launching an IT, what could be conceived as an IT product? Was that ever a concern for you when we were?
Initially it was, yeah. And even some of our, even a couple of our account managers rightly raised that, saying, well, why are we doing it? Once we've gone through the process of describing that it's that layer of security for a customer, it shows that we're caring about that customer. And actually they're probably not thinking about it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And they don't have an IT team to protect them. So therefore, that falls on us, and then with people that are making sure that they're still around in 5, 10, 15 years, which again, slightly selfishly, plays into our advantage of maintaining them as a customer.
Yeah.
You start seeing that, and doing re-signs, retaining them as customer, offering other solutions, doesn't become second thought to them. We understand their business, we know what they need, and we're only offering solutions that we think are going to benefit them.
And of course, it's good that you've got that. You don't want to do something that you guys aren't familiar with, right? And so when it gets to that next level of IT, it's like, well, we know these guys that you can work with. You want to work speeds dead? Here's a number, there's the details. What we're doing is this.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've made it simplistic enough for you to just be able to offer that and work with the customer on that. That's good. In terms of onboarding then, when we first launched it, how was that experience for you guys? What worked well? What didn't work well? What was positive for you enough?
I think one of the biggest things for us was that, other than doing some internal training around objection handling and just a bit of product knowledge about it, the key thing was that it was a pretty hands-off approach. Yourself and the rest of the SafeWeb team took that on. We provided customer lists of who we wanted and what we needed to do. And then you guys worked with that and made sure that there was all the email campaigns going out of informing customers of what was happening while we were doing our own internal training. For us, made life so easy.
Yeah.
So it made it very simple. We took a while to get it rolled out.
Yeah. But I think
there was a lot of time.
We took a while to do it correctly.
Yeah.
I think that's some of the things that sometimes gets brushed over as people. I always say to you sales like me, how quickly can we do this?
Yeah.
And you can be guilty of being like, we can do it next week. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But that's not the right approach.
Pull your numbers in 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's just
It's not a problem when you get it done.
Yeah.
But actually, trying to get it done right in that time frame.
And sometimes
Often that slips, and you just need that bit of extra time to make it right for customers.
And I always say as a project team, it's better to take 8 weeks, 2 months.
Yeah.
Not great from a sales perspective, but put my sales head to one side for a second. Better say 8 weeks, and we get all the emails approved that you want it to be. It matches your branding, matches your tone of voice. We get your team trained, so that's a big thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially when you're not an IT company, because I say most of our partners are. Do you know what I mean? And most of them, similar to yourselves, they don't want to be either. Do you know what I mean? But they can see the value of the product, see that a lot of other customers won't have IT services with anybody. So this gives it good ability to be able to do so. So yeah, I always say to the guys, let's take the time to make sure we onboard people properly, get the everything right, get the communication right. So you've got one chance for doing this and launching that product out there. And we want to make sure that it has a good success rate and a good stick rate for it.
Yeah. And yeah, like I mentioned, that's what we did. And 3 years down the line, we still have 80% of the same customers that we had on from day one.
Yeah.
So it's stuck.
If the right customer size, right, like, do you mean we got the right customers that were going to get value from the product? I think you guys did the right thing of saying, we're not the experts. If you want to work with someone else, go and speak to Pearler. But if you want to speak to us about this is what we can do. And hopefully we could help with that.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the key things, really. I think that trust within customers.
Yeah, definitely.
And, from providing our products that we do and we know well, into providing recommendations into our IT partners. These are the people that we are trusting. These are the people that we work with and have worked with. And we know that you will have the same experience that we have. And that then gives the IT company their scope to go in, touch in on our cybersecurity, deal with any of the other services that we don't deal with, and work with them when across the board there.
I do like that approach. As you can say, like, we're not the experts, but we know enough about this. This is what we're going to give you. It is a refreshing approach, because that's where people can fall down. They try being experts, think, well, they're not. You guys know what you're good at.
Yeah.
We're good at this. We'll bring in new products when we see it's right. But if it's not for us, we're not doing it.
That's what we do, not only myself as a person, but also with us as a business.
Yeah.
It's that transparent, that level of integrity that we all try to uphold within our sort of working lives. If you don't know it, just say you don't know it and pass it on. Find someone that does.
Usually you view a balloon. Yeah. Last couple of questions then from me, David. So what's the future for 360 and for kind of cyber technology? What are you looking forward as we kind of come to the end? What do you think's next for 360 and for kind of cyber industry as a whole?
Yeah, I think in terms of where the industry is going, it's obviously there's new products and things, development happening all the time.
Yeah.
for us, it's about embracing that.
Yeah.
And making sure that we're picking the right products that are going to give us the most value. As well as in the longevity of working with partners that are going to still be around.
Yeah.
And continuously developing on those products so that whatever does come next is there and available. Obviously, the buzzword at the moment, AI.
Don't think you can do a podcast or anything without saying them. It's
At any industry, and it's the most prominent thing at the moment.
Okay, I think I saw somewhere yesterday that one of the, CEOs of the big AI companies thinks the boom's happened. Yeah, it's got as good as it's going to get, and it started to sell up because it's done.
Yeah.
I think, but
Yeah.
I could just be.
I think it depends on customer requirements, doesn't it? And what the buyers, consumers are looking for. Personally, if I go onto any website and it gives me an AI bot to talk to, I can't stand it. It's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to talk to a human. As a business, that's exactly how we operate. It's great that speak to a human. However, we want to utilize AI to make sure that the humans we do have doing their jobs can do their jobs as efficiently as possible. And naturally touching in on the AI is utilizing call transcripts and the ability to integrate everything into our CRM for that all to link up, sentiment analysis, all of these sorts of things naturally come into play to make sure that the people that we have are doing the best they can do.
Yeah. It's crazy when you talk about like AI agents because, like you say, they're annoying, aren't they?
They are.
But it reminds you a bit like, remember when everyone used to slag off auto attendants? They're like, everyone's got an auto attendant now. And it's like, it just became the norm.
The next thing.
And I went on a golf club website the other day and they had an AI bot for booking tea times. So I'm like, how's it? It's just going to become a thing that everyone has to have an AI bot, a bit like an auto attendant. We all think they're annoyed, but everyone's going to end up with one, aren't they?
But inevitably, it will happen. Some form of either receptionist. Again, looking at the risks that are the jobs that are most at risk. From AI, you've got administration and customer support. But like I just said, I would much rather talk to a person. Exactly. If I'm phoning a business and I'm getting an AI bot, that's also going to be as annoying as it is doing it online. Sometimes you just need that human element. Of course. In terms of how it's going to affect cybersecurity, again, I think it's very much a double-edged sword in that aspect, in that AI is going to prevent multiple attacks, but AI is also going to cause multiple attacks. It's going to be the dark knight in that it's going to do the good and it's going to do it
Pushes both, doesn't it?
Like it's going to cover everything. It's just that side of things.
It's just going to advance cybersecurity to a different point where, like, it was really easy to spot a phishing email a couple of years ago because it would spelling mistakes. It would tend to be the Prince of Ghana wants you to transfer 10 grand and you'll get 20 grand back. Ghana has not had a good kind of market awareness on this podcast. I use that example every top. But that was really obvious to spot. Whereas now it's super easy. Just go on to ChatGPT and ask them to create something like that. And obviously, I know ChatGPT's got these tools embedded that prevents it from doing things around that. Yes, sir. But copy and paste, send that to a million people that you bought off the dark web. You're going to get one or two, and that's why they do it. And there's something, the same emails, something really realistic. It's like,
but it's even the email addresses that they're coming from. I saw one the other day, and it was allegedly Microsoft. But the N was an R and an N. And they're so close together. When you see them in the top of your toolbar, you can't distinguish that.
use the right font.
Absolutely.
Get away with that. So, that's it's double-edged sword. Dark knight. It's a bright approach. It literally is going to do the good and the bad. It's crazy, really. And we started using it like for internally on SafeWeb and like just to make reports clearer. Do you know what I mean? Suddenly we're like, we thought the reports were so simple that anybody could do it. We were like, well, let's just run through AI and see what AI does. And it just rebuilt the whole thing. And it was like, that's really good. And that took a software engineer weeks to do that. And all we're doing now is we feed the report into AI. AI then produces it back and goes, this is a really simplistic term for a customer to be able to use. We don't want to go down the route what you're talking about there, where it's like, right, speak to an AI agent to get this support. Absolutely. The AI, we've almost gone that next step of printing the advice straight away for you.
So I think it's going to keep coming. Again, just touched on it there. Being able to operate better. You've used it for reporting. We do the same. So in sales performance, sort of those sorts of figures. Customer retention rates, rates.
Just analyze data quicker than anybody else could afford on it, and give you useful information on the back of it. So it's good and it's bad at the same time. But yeah, I think that you're nailed the head. Citrus.
Takes away someone in the office doing a particular job, but ultimately there's hundreds of other jobs, hundreds of customers that we can speak to.
Yeah.
To just make sure the customer relations are at the forefront of that.
Reuse people the right way. That stuff is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So if being able to do more, but with the same.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to end it here. Thank you. I appreciate your time very much. It's good. It was good to speak to a partner about our products and how it's helped them. That's always a nice conversation to have, isn't it? I'm sure you enjoyed them conversation out of your customers as well. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to find out more about SafeWeb, please contact myself or the relevant account manager within the Gamma Group. Thank you very much.